Alright, so I'm back at the Irving Park, and as you know, I'm gonna just turn this around, so see you in a bit. Alright, I'm back. I found my spot, and I'm just gonna let my tripod down here. Hopefully this is okay. It's a little bit crooked, let me adjust. There you go. Yeah, so what's on my mind now? Well, today I got a little bit of an understanding that happened about something, and it's when we have people offering you a product or service, and these, when it happens to be somebody that's in a sense dominating, controlling, manipulative, they will say that they are the only source from where you can get this product or service. So let's say that I would be a doctor, and I would say, if you want to get well, I'm the only choice that you have. So it's either you get well or you get sick, or you stay sick, I should say. So what happens is that these people are telling us what the limited options that we have. So they're not going to tell you that there's another doctor that has a much better reputation in a small town close to you. While if you would look into his reputation, the guy that's telling you that, oh, well, he's the only choice that you have, you'll probably find out how bad his services are or his products are. So when somebody is trying to tell us that what they have is the only option, they're hiding from us other possibilities. And if someone is able to do that with reality itself, such as that, well, you need to vote, you need to pick between conservative or liberal, or in the States, Democrat, Republican. So they're telling us what choices that we have, while we have other choices that they don't tell us about. They don't tell us about the independent parties. They might slip up and say it one or two times during the election, but unless you go digging, you won't even know that there's an independent party. Or in Canada, there's independents, right? It's not really a party, but as an independent, I should say. So by giving you a limited selection, they can basically assure themselves that somebody that they're pushing on us will be the choice that we make. So we're making their reality come true because we believe them. And this is the whole life that we're living in now. Society acts this way, where they tell us that we have no other choice but to go at the grocery store to buy. If we want to, either that we go to the grocery store or we starve, right? But they won't tell us that there is a local farmer that has produce that he is selling, and they won't tell us about the grocery store that most of that stuff is not good for us whatsoever, while the stuff that the local farmer is growing is much better quality. So by not telling us all the choices that we do have, they're in a sense caging us into a very limited perception. We only believe that whatever choices we have are the ones that they are telling us. And so, as again I said earlier, we end up saying, well, I don't have a choice. I need to buy that terrible product that he is selling, or that terrible service that he offers. He's the only choice. And I'm hoping that if you're listening to this video, that you're realizing that this is not simply about the examples I'm giving. That if there is someone that's able to have us in a very narrow perception of things, if we can have somebody that controls our perceptions of things, that they can guide us in the direction that they want. So they are able to create the reality that they want to exist. But they need us to make it a reality. By believing that they are offering the only solutions or the only services or products, we are creating their reality for them. And if you really can understand what's going on here, is somebody that is selling something absolutely terrible that basically cannot survive on his reputation, on their work alone, that they need to manipulate. So they're very, very desperate to sell the products that they're trying to sell. And in this desperation, we can see how bad that their product or service is. So if we are able to recognize that only desperate people or manipulative people give us a very limited choice that we have, that these people are in fact offering the worst of the worst when it comes to whatever product or service. So when they're telling us that they are the only product or service that's going to solve the problem, they are basically letting us know how bad their product or service is. So what I'm saying is that we should absolutely ignore and seek out alternative, and to stop being so blindsided by people that want to basically use us to create the reality that they want to see, or that they want to create, I should say. And if we continue on this direction, which is what's going on right now, then we have a situation where, well, we have no choice but to all become very much struggling financially. And then we have no other choice but to just continue going along with whatever directives that they tell us to do in order to solve the problem that they created. So they created this financial problem, and now they are gonna wait till everybody starts freaking out, and then they're gonna offer the solution again. But we need to reject that solution, because they're guiding us, they're manipulating us into making the decision that they want us to make, so they can create the reality that they want, which is, and we know what they want. They want more control, they want more power, they want more for themselves. So if we can snap out of that kind of rose-colored glasses, saying, oh well, they're offering us the best that they can offer, and if we can open our eyes to the fact that they are just manipulating us all along into, again, choosing the direction that they want us to go. And they've been doing this for a very, very long time, where they've been telling us what we should believe, how we should live, what we should do, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable, what is reality, and what is an illusion. So these people will tell us that being free now is an illusion, probably. That is probably coming soon. And that we have no choices. And because we don't know better, they know better, and they will tell us what choices we need to make. So they'll eventually reach a point where they won't even give us a choice. The choices will be made for us. And then they'll be able to convince us that we're not capable of making good decisions, because look what we're at now. But they're the ones that have been creating this mess all along. You see what this is We need to snap out of this illusion. We need to realize that we are creating this reality. We're creating their reality. And their reality is not beneficial for us. But if we can wake up to the fact that we are the ones creating this reality, you realize that all possibilities are on the table and not this illusion of all the limited choices that they are saying that we have. So on that, with the bell starting to ring, I'm gonna say I love you. I'm wishing you all the best. I'm hoping that you expand your awareness and start seeing more possibilities in life. That you start believing in yourself and being able to make good decisions for your own betterment. And until next time.